Dale Little here with Rescue American Ministries, and just after the eclipse, solar eclipse, been in the news a lot. I chose to wait until after the eclipse. That way I don't have to make any outrageous statements. I have to go back and undo or correct or anything like that. And I don't know what's been put out there. I haven't really seen much today. Some have been very thoughtful about it and thoughtful about what they've said. And it is, things like this do bring attention to things, especially in these days. No wonder it brings so much attention. And you've got three, I guess, trains of thought in this. One is that, well, it's just another eclipse. They've happened all the time. They happen down throughout history. And since creation of the world, and we've had eclipse, and others may say, well, no, this is something different, something eerie going on here, something sinister, something of biblical proportions that's going on. And then you have others that, well, maybe, and it's just maybe, who knows. So, in that light, I decided to wait, not have to go back and retract anything. I'm just joking about all this. I'm just trying to be a little, I just go ahead and caution you, I'm going to be a little lighthearted here on some of this. I'm set out here in the church parking lot. Now, it is a serious time, don't get me wrong. You that have watched my videos, and you know that I haven't got posted yet, so you don't know. I've just finished up the Revelation chapter 18, and I've got the 3 more chapters to go to finish my study that I started, I think about 3 years ago or close to thereabout, on the end times. And so, at any rate, I'm anxious to get that finished up, but I want to take a little time and just look at some things from a different perspective somewhat. A lot of people look for something of cosmic magnitude anytime something like this happens. I remember a few years ago, it was every few months, big solar flares are going to disrupt communications, going to cause havoc. It's going to ruin our lives for a while, it seemed like. And I don't remember one of them ever coming to fruition. Were there some minor things that happened? Yeah, I'm sure there was. But, they were minor. There was no major disruption of power. There was nothing like that that changed our lives after a while. People just automatically think about things like that. Now, in this day, I'm going to better watch my iPad here, it'll be gone. The wind has been blowing. That might be a more prophetical message in the wind here lately than this total eclipse. I tell you, the Bible talks about in the book of Revelation, when the time will come that there will be no wind, there will be no air stirring whatsoever for a period of time, and people are going to die, suffer. Now, at the same time, this is just the opposite. Man, we just had wind for over a week now, it seems like. Every day, I've been trying to accomplish something with my knife and my knife throwing, and just cannot do it because the wind's so constant. But at any rate, that is that may be a more biblical proportion than what the eclipse is. But I do have some news. One thing, I did a search before it came on, and for any kind of what kind of disasters happened during the period of the eclipse that went on. when the sun was basically darkened, you know, the light couldn't reach the earth so well. You hardly noticed it here in the foothills of North Carolina, but it was a bit cloudy, and so that covered a lot of it, and I just didn't notice that much. But here is one thing, though, I can say, though, is that I haven't seen anybody else go with this yet, but I can prove that this eclipse was directly the result of global warming. Now you say, well, you're crazy. Well, that may be, but I've got proof. I can prove. It's easy to prove this too. It's so easy. It's so simple. You can't dispute it. You say, well, what kind of proof do you have? What? Let's see the evidence. Okay. How about this? For the last decade or two, or more than that, really, we've kept increasing one thing after another until actually we found, scientists have found that basically everything is caused by global warming. Everything that's negative is caused by global warming. So therefore, this eclipse has to be caused by global warming, since everything else is caused by global warming. You see what I'm saying? You just can't dispute that. You cannot argue with that. Well, maybe you could argue with it, but it's a losing argument. It's there. Okay, some of you may not make a lot of sense, but evidently to the elites of this world, it does. That's the way they think, seems like. Yes, I'm just, and that is part of the lightheartedness of what I'm doing here. It's ridiculous, but that's really the way they think, it seems like. Everything is caused by global warming. Well, if that was true, then let's put it this way. If that were true, then that would mean that the eclipse had to be a result of global warming. So there you have it. And so you understand now how the rest of the world thinks or doesn't think. Maybe that's the case. They don't think. As I said before, it's the liberals are good, and I don't know. Somebody said don't even call them liberals anymore. They way beyond that. Aggressive, communist, totalitarian. They're looking to rule things. They're looking to do away with land ownership. But why? Because most land is owned by, or a lot of land. I don't know about the percentage, but it's owned by middle income people. The middle class, in other words. And they don't like that. The government needs to own all the land, they say. And that's what they're pushing for. That's the reason you have such outrageous prices. And before long, the taxes will be so high that you can't pay the taxes on the land. So therefore, the government will end up owning most of the land. The government and those rich elitists that are pushing for this one-party system, like the Russians had, the Soviet Union had during their time, like China has now. So I've run my mouth enough, though. It hasn't been that long, but at any rate, just wanted to get this out there, as breaking news. I used to know what breaking news is. I'm not sure I do anymore. Everything's got, it seems like, breaking news. I'm uncertain what the term really means anymore, because I watch a whole video and I figured out, well, where was the breaking news? What was it? I missed it, and so it seemed like a lot of other people. So we might call this video breaking news of the weirdness of the solar eclipse or something like that. Dale Little here. That's enough today. And so, hey, just take all this with a grain of salt. Dale Little's Rescue America Ministries.